Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 47 of Bell to Bell with Bobby Blaze. I am your host, Professor Jeremy Vilmur, and joining us now, the star of the show, Bobby Blaze. What's happening, Bobby?
Whee! Look at me running around here with a sparkler sticking out of my ass like it's my birthday or something. Wait a minute, my birthday was the other day, and with the 4th of July coming up, I might as well just go ahead and keep that sparkler up my ass anyway. It's the Freedom episode. Happy 4th of July out there, and this sparkler's burning really, really hot, man.
Yeah,
how are you, Professor?
Well, I feel like I should tell you that's not where sparklers are supposed to go. But who the fuck am I to tell anything to anybody?
Here you go, man. But yeah, I had me a birthday the other day, and you know me, I'm just trying to outlive a few more people, including myself.
Absolutely.
And so I wanted to bring it up because, you know, it is our 4th of July freedom show, and, you know, United States of America is getting ready to turn, I guess, about 243 years old or so. So we're kind of a young country, actually.
Very young
country. For all the worldwide listeners, because we established that a week or so ago, hey, all of you out there worldwide, we hope you have a very, very safe 4th, even though you don't celebrate it. Let's just let freedom ring, you know. Let's not have a bunch of bullshit going on throughout the world. Let's just all get along, people.
That's
Kick
right.
out to our friends in France and Japan and Nicaragua and Mexico and Canada, wherever the fuck you're at. You know what? I hope you're listening. I hope you enjoy today's podcast.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So Bobby, happy birthday.
Thank you.
See, you got a lot of love on Twitter this week.
I did. I wanted to give, that's my shout out to all the people that sent me some love. So thank you. That's all I was going to say. Thank you very much to all the fans. Took the time out of their busy day to send me tweets and retweets and messages, and man, it meant a lot to me. And I was born a long time ago. I'll just say that.
Oh, look, it was before 1980. That's all you need to know. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sometime in the early summer, late spring of 1980. We'll just go with that. We'll kayfabe the birthday a little bit.
There you go. You have a couple shout outs?
I do. Sal French down there in Ecuador with the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu students got back to us, and he was playing the episode for his students the day we shouted out to him last week, which I thought was really cool.
That is cool.
I also wanted to give a big shout out to a fellow over on our YouTube page, Odin the German Shepherd, who has watched and commented on quite a few of our videos, and he usually has something positive to say, which I appreciate. I've got something more to say about YouTube here in a minute, though.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about the YouTube later on today, you know, in our podcast today, too. You know, we probably need to let the people know there's no top 10 today, people, on this week's episode. We're just doing a 4th of July special. Want to add anything to that, Jeremy? That's right. We're not doing any top 10, right?
No, we're not doing a top 10 today. We're going to just rap a little bit and catch up on some news and things going on in wrestling in the world. Should I go ahead and do famous things in today's dates?
Well, real quickly, I don't have necessarily a shout out. I just want to say I went to a show Friday for the FTC, and I got to see Al Snow. He looks great, doing great. It was good to talk to him, and of course all the people there. And also, now just hold on to your hat or hold on to your pants or hold on to both. I got to speak with Jillian Hall. I hadn't caught up with her for a while, and we shared a couple of stories, and it was really nice to speak to her. She told me, and I never knew this, and I said, I've got to give you a hug. It made my day. I had remembered the first time I had met her many years ago. She said, well, I've got to tell you, actually, I met you before that. And I was like, oh, okay. And so she shared a story with me that I was working out at the YMCA one time when she was about 10 or 11 years old. She said her mother worked there at the Y with my mom, which brought me a good memory because my mom has now passed away. Mm-hmm. So she said, yeah, my mom took me back into the weight room area and said that, you was a professional wrestler, because she'd always knew she wanted to be a wrestler, she said. But she said, I was like a 10 or 11-year-old little girl and you was just being so nice. Like, now, if you ever want to know anything, if you ever need to, you was just being real accommodating to me. She goes, I was too shy to even say anything. So she said, so technically, you're the first professional wrestler I ever met. And I was like, man, I gotta give you a hug, because she shared that with me. And I just wanted to get that out there, just because it's kind of a good topic. We're having a good time today talking. And it made my day, and I got to ride with a couple of cool guys up to the show. We had a nice, safe trip. The matches were all pretty good. I just wanted to bring that up. So, yeah, let's go ahead some today's history. Yeah, I thought that's cool. because you never know. Be nice to these young people because you never know, They'll come back and they have a good memory of you. I'd much rather have that someone saying something nice that I did for them or said to them or whatever than come back and say, you know what, you was hey, I might be an asshole, but hell, I'd rather be nice.
Exactly.
So, anyway.
It doesn't cost you anything more to be nice to somebody than it does to be an asshole.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you got some dates in history, you say?
I do. Today, June 30th, as we are recording, is Terry Funk's 75th birthday.
All right. Happy birthday, Funkster.
Yeah, I know he's one of your favorites or favorite.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep, sure is.
Also on the list is Cody Rhodes' 31st birthday.
Man, I can't believe he's that young.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Cody.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what the chair shot was for. That's like a pro wrestler's birthday spanking, I guess. I don't know. Look, the only thing I know about bumps is that you take them off of mirrors. That's yeah.
Kayfabe!
Oh, yeah. And it also would have been Ed Strangler Lewis's birthday today.
Okay.
So today's a pretty good day for wrestling birthdays. I didn't get a chance to double check this. I think.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Who was you going to say?
Well, I think today is also the first time that Nature Boy Buddy Rogers is the first time he got the NWA title today. I think.
Okay. I think you're right. I think that year was 1963, right?
I
think so.
Because it was been 56 years ago.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm not a math man, but I know how old I am. So anyway, also, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. No, I am wrong. Never mind. J.J. Dillon, his birthday is the same as mine. I was getting ready to say today's his, but I was trying to think. I used to be on these calendars. Every year they had put out the calendar, whose birthdays when and all that. And I think I shared one with JJ and someone else, but I was thinking, I knew Funk's for the 30th and I knew the year. And if I'm not mistaken, I knew the Buddy Rogers year. So when I know numbers, I'm pretty good on them as far as I'm shit on numbers. But if it's something related I can relate to with me, I'm pretty good on them. So I think that 63 is correct. And I think JJ's was the 25th. And I know Funk's today. So
that's a happy birthday to JJ Dillon as well.
Yeah, belated, I think.
Yeah,
so,
but it's close enough.
I'm the one still running around with a sparkler in my ass after the fact 5 days, and I'm going to still have it in there another 4 days, apparently. I'm going to have to relight this thing.
Well, or get a new one of the two.
Yeah. Hey, man, real quickly, let's give a shout-out to the books. We need to get this off real quick.
Oh, absolutely.
Give Me, Pay Me, Have Boost Will Travel. That's my first book. You can get it at tinyurl.com/BlazeBook1. If you use that link, it'll take you to the Amazon link. It won't cost you any extra, and the show will get a little bit of kickback. I'll sell a book. We're all happy. My book number 2, I kicked out on 2, The Educational Wrestler. tinyurl.com/BlazeBook2. Do us a favor. Buy a book, help the show some. While we're talking about Amazon, because that's where we're located at, go and try Amazon Prime for 30 days for free. Type in tinyurl.com/BBTryPrime. It won't cost you a dime. You get a free 30-day trial. You'll love it, I'm telling you. And the show, again, will get a little bit of kickback out of that. So while we're out there, just plug at the top of the hour there, Jeremy. So.
Oh, yeah. Last I checked, you could still see old school Memphis Wrestling on Amazon Prime free while you're using that service. Lots of great books on wrestling. Death of the Territory is one I know you and I both really enjoyed.
Yes.
Eric Bischoff's Controversy Creates Cash, which is going to be a little more relevant here pretty soon. I was
going to say, it's really relevant right there, man.
Yeah. So, absolutely. There's a lot of great reasons for you to try out Amazon Prime. Lots of great reasons.
Use the tinyurl.com/BBTryPrime. While you're there, get a book. Bobby Blaze's books are there on Amazon. tinyurl.com/BlazeBook1 will get you Pin Me, Pay Me. And tinyurl.com/BlazeBook2 will get you I Kicked Out on 2, The Educational Wrestler. And with that, what do you want to go to next, Professor?
Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and let's do a little news. Because I think this is actually...
Bischoff.
Yeah, this is actually big news, I think. I know it's been out in the wild like all week now, but... Vince McMahon has hired Heyman and Bischoff to run his 2 shows, which I'm trying to imagine this meeting where, hey, you remember those guys I put out of business 20 years ago? Let's get them to run a show.
Yeah. Well, I know, like, Paul Heyman's been there, right? So,
yeah.
I mean, both of these surprised me, to be honest with you. But I'm wondering what the contact was with Bischoff, you know. From my understanding, I guess Paul's going to run Raw and Bischoff's going to run SmackDown Live. But I'm with you in that meeting as someone's, like you said, these are people I put out of business 20 years ago. You know, Paul he's an employee, I guess, now, or self-contractor, whatever.
Yeah.
But I wonder how they got it. Wonder if Bischoff had been fishing around for it, if it just come as news to him too. I don't know what the backstory is.
Well, there had to have been. I mean, let's face it. These talks have been going on for a while, obviously, you know.
Yeah.
I would assume that they were probably talking to Bischoff when they first started talking to Fox.
Okay.
Because really, if you want, who knows better than Bischoff how to negotiate with a TV company?
Okay.
You know,
other than Vince, probably no one.
Yeah. I mean, those are probably the two people who know more about this than anybody else on the planet. You got to remember when Bischoff was doing it, they were part of Warner, and that's a huge corporate outfit.
Yeah.
And that's his wheelhouse, you know, is that kind of size and everything.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised he didn't reach out to Ted Turner.
You know, I think all Ted Turner does is sit around in his money these days. I don't think he does much of anything else.
Yeah. But, and I'm happy for these guys. And I'll say this from what I've read, and I didn't know we was going to talk about it, but just a little thing I said, it read to the fans, it was saying, don't expect changes right away. They're going to be implementing their ideas over the next few months. And so, and I hope they do something good with even though you and I don't watch the product that much or what have you, I still want to see them do good. You know, it's still, to me, I want to see the professional wrestling business do good. And, so I guess, you know, we'll see some changes. It said, what I saw, it said, they're going to be implementing their ideas over the next few months. So that's a good thing, I think. And because I will say this, they both have creative minds, you know, and what'd you say, Bischoff's book, Controversy Creates Cash. So he may be, hey, you know, have a few ideas still up there, man, and come up with something new and adventurous and fun for all the wrestling fans.
Oh, I'm sure he will. I'm actually, I am excited to see what happens. I don't remember whose video it was. I've fallen down a YouTube hole here lately where I've been watching nothing but YouTube for like a month and a half. Mm-hmm. And somebody was talking about how they got a Raw guy and a SmackDown guy in the ring, and one of them had to describe the differences between their shows, and literally all he could say was like, yours is red and mine is blue. You know, so this will put a feel on each show that should be quite distinct from each other.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah. Now, I did notice that there's no layer between McMahon and these guys in their show. So it's still going to be Vince McMahon's, you know, his thumb is going to be on all of it.
Yeah.
And, look, right now, Vince is a creative genius who hasn't really had to stretch in a long time.
Yeah.
He's run an effective monopoly for 20 years now. Nobody's willing to tell him no. So we'll see if this is enough to change things or not. I don't know. You know.
And that may be a good segue for the AEW, because now they've got a little bit. I don't think they see them as competition, but I guess AEW had a show last night, and maybe that is a driving force that he you know, I'm not that type of businessman like he is, but maybe he wants to change things up, and also he does see something where I've been a little bit stagnant here for a few years, and let's kick it up a notch or go another direction or what have you. But yeah, I guess the AEW is out there. They're trying to do stuff. And of course, Ring of Honor, because they're coming on TV in the fall. We talked about that. And then you got, of course, your Ring of Honors, your Impacts and things like that. So we'll see what happens. But, you mentioned Cody Rhodes earlier. I saw a bump where a guy was in the ring and a guy took a bump, outside the ring onto the apron. I was just flipping through on my Twitter feed there, and I saw that, and I was like, oh, why did you do that? And I got hot because the guy's damaging his own body, but the guy that he was missing wasn't even near where he was going to land at, and that pisses me off, which is what I'm going to bring up, because I was unaware of this until we was talking beforehand. And I want you to tell us what happened to Cody last night, because, again, I have a couple comments about that, because now I've seen the footage you sent me.
Oh, yeah. So Cody took a nasty chair shot with no protection, nothing slowing it down. And after I showed you the shot that I had of it, I found one where I showed it from the front. He gets just cranked on the side and the back of his head.
Man, I hate that.
Yeah.
And I hate that because I'm a lot older than Cody, and I know what it does. Ask Mick Foley, ask some of these guys, man, these older guys, these football players and stuff. Man, you don't need headshots. That's why I was so mad when I saw that guy take a bump last night when no one was there. I was like, it's totally unnecessary. And then when I saw this, I thought, man, I mean, I don't want to see anyone getting headshots. I might take a head job or something. I don't know. But headshots, man, I don't like seeing that anymore. These guys spear each other in football. And I know they've got the helmet on helmet. They've outlawed that, and you get fined and this and that. But in pro wrestling, guys, and I know Cody's out there, he's doing really good, and I'm not taking anything away from him. I'm just saying, like, please, though, protect yourself, because some of that shit's going to come back and bite you in the ass, man. And you don't need that head trauma. Everything they're learning about the concussions and the CEI and all that, man, I don't, she's just be careful out there, guys. If you hear this and you're an independent wrestler, protect yourself at all time, please, especially your head, man. Don't be taking unprotected headshots. And that's all I really want to say about that, Jeremy. That's why I was wanting you to bring that up. That's from me, from being a fan of the business, and also from being one of the boys, and also having suffered, a concussion or so.
Yeah.
So just be careful, guys.
I've never worked in wrestling, so my opinions are pretty limited, because I don't want to sound like, I'm coming from the inside, because I'm not. I'm a fan. Part of me as a fan likes to see shit get wild. Like,
sure.
Yeah, there's that footage of, I cringe when I watch it, but it's also kind of fun. It's Vader and Scott Steiner just beating the shit out of these two local guys. I mean, Bobby, they are just punching the shit out of these guys. Scott Steiner goes for like almost like a Sploderplex, and just drops this dude right on his head, and then gets pissed off that the guy took the bump wrong. Like, you screwed up my suplex. Well, now I'm going to show you what happens. And there's a part of me that likes that, but at the same time, I don't actually, I don't actually want to see somebody get hurt. But in the moment, your bloodlust kind of comes up, and you're like, yeah, smack that fucker. And then you're like, oh God, what's wrong with me?
No, I want to see. I love seeing all that too. I mean, as far as being the fan in me, I was just like, I just want guys not to get hurt, though. That's all. But yeah, I want to see the fucking big bumps and the big suplexes and all those things, but just, take care of each other, man. That's all I'm saying, Yeah.
It's like watching New Jack dive off the top of an arena through a table.
Yeah.
It's cool for a couple seconds,
Yeah. Oh, man. You have anything else to add about the WWE news or AEW? Because I have a couple other places I was going to talk about.
Yeah, you know what? I want to segue into something here really quick. And,
go right ahead.
I'm going to go ahead. Bobby, what's the link to our YouTube channel again?
Yeah, on the YouTube, it's tinyurl.com, BBBB video. That's BBBB video. tinyurl.com, BBBB video.
Our guy down in the Boiler Room, Tex, has been working on these videos, I think for about a year now.
Yep.
He takes our episodes, he slices them up, puts in video and more context and stuff. Great videos. I mean, he does a great job.
Mm-hmm.
So what he does, he takes our episodes and he'll put them in a playlist. So like all of our tag team stuff will go into one playlist, And
are you reading my notes by chance?
No, sir, I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we didn't share notes this week, but I've got some notes on that. So please continue.
Yeah. Well, so, I often don't read the comments, because some guys just like, when we were doing like legit tough guys, there were people coming in and, there's guys in the MMA that are, way tough. Yeah, there are. You know what? This is a wrestling opinion show, okay? This is our opinion, guys. If you don't like it, don't listen to the fucking episodes. Don't listen to our YouTube channel. I don't fucking care. The people who like it, I'm glad you like it. Stick around. We got more content coming your way. We love you guys. Hang in there. You got thoughts on the show, let us know. Please comment. Let us know what's going on. But if you are going to say shit like this, Willie Bowen 2 on fucking YouTube, the Road Warriors, the Rock and Roll Express, Steiner Brothers, Steve Williams, Terry Gordy, Rick Steamboat, Jay Youngblood, the Fantastic, Stan Hansen, Bruiser Brody, Barry Windham, and Dustin Rhodes are the best tag teams in pro wrestling history. These guys are WWF/WWE blind. First, nice grammar. Great spelling. You're Willie Bowen 2. I feel chagrined that I have upset what an obvious mental giant on our YouTube page. right here. Yeah, you're right. And to think that we're WWE fans, obviously, because we didn't have a 20-minute rant about how WWE hates fucking wrestling a year ago. Almost on a weekly basis, you don't hear me tear into the WWE for not being a wrestling company. You don't hear us actually outlaw the use of the word sports entertainment on a weekly fucking basis on this show. Guys, this is a wrestling show. We talk wrestling. We know what's going on with the WWE. If we say a WWE tag team is one of the best in the world, it's because we believe in our opinions. Bobby is as a pro wrestler and a fan, and me as a fan, we believe they're one of the best tag teams in the world, regardless of where they were, not because of where they were. So, Willie Bowen 2, again, I don't even know what to say to you, but you're fucking wrong. And I'll let it go at that. You just don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
That's right. Yeah. And speaking of tag teams, that's what I was one of the things. That's why I asked if you was going to Jeremy. How you really feel, by the way? No, I was going to say my notes because Texas currently working on the tag team series, and he's got the Steiners and the Fabulous Ones, Bockwinkel and Stevens, and number 7, the Hart Foundation, and he just put up number 6, the Dudley Boys. So he's about halfway through with the hottest tag teams or greatest tag teams ever. Stick around a little bit longer, man. We're bound to fucking offend someone, believe me.
Yeah, if you're not offended yet, we'll get to you. Yeah.
And we've got some good plans on some things we want to do with some more on the YouTube. This thing's just it hasn't even really begun to take off. We've got over 4,600 subscribers. So, we're happy about that. We got a play-by-play announcers. That's a great top 10. The love letters, those are all like little 3 and 4 minute menu. Some good eye candy on there from Jeremy and I respectfully sent out our Valentine wishes. We got the scariest gimmicks we did back around Halloween. On that legitimate badasses, I just want to bring this up real quickly too. All 10 of those are up there. Those have been popular as fuck.
Yeah.
But Harley Race is right at about 50,000 people. Gene LaBelle's right up there. Ming has 113,000 views right now. But Orndorff, for whatever reason, man, that one on Orndorff, he has 158,000 views. So Texas doing something right. We're saying something right, but we're just sharing our opinion on the things we like in professional wrestling. The Ugliest Belts has only been up for a couple of weeks. It's got 1,000 views already. So, anyway, share that with a friend. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Again, it's tinyurl.com, BB video. We just, I love the YouTube channel because I listen to the podcast after Jeremy edits it. And we've been really happy with the last few weeks, and we've hit strides on some episodes that you can just tell, man, we still got some good ones out there, some of the ones I mentioned, but then also when it's condensed down like at Ugliest Title Belts, all of a sudden there it is, and it's condensed. There's your fucking top 10. Go to the YouTube channel and check it out. You don't have to listen to the whole podcast. We encourage you to listen to the podcast, of course, but if you just want a quick, I'm with Jeremy, like sometimes I don't like hearing myself over and over. I'll just go to Texas and see that and like, this is awesome, man, Mm-hmm. And I share it. I share it on my Twitter page where I'm at Bobby Blaze 744. Jeremy's at the Geekish Cast. Or you can do our joint account, which is Bell to Bell Blaze. We've got almost 2,000 followers there too. So, and also, Jeremy, I'll let you do. We've got a Facebook page. I am not on Facebook, folks, but Jeremy is, and the Bell to Bell podcast is. Tell them about that, Jeremy.
Oh yeah, so we've got a group and a page under Bell to Bell with Bobby Blaze. If you search it, you'll find both. One you can just follow. The other one you have to ask for membership in. We've got, not a huge following, but a lot of our regulars are in there as well as following us on Twitter.
Good.
So if you are a Facebook user, please go on there, because when we release new episodes, I link them in there. As new videos come out, I try to get them linked in there. It's just a good spot to interact and kind of keep tabs on things. And we are, like Bobby was saying, we're going to have some new things going on. We're going to start doing some original content just for YouTube. Facebook and Twitter will be the best places to catch up on that, because it won't come in your podcast feed. Get on YouTube, get on Facebook, follow us, that way you know when new stuff comes out. There are a couple more things here I wanted to comment on, though. On the Ugliest Title Belts, a fella named Ethan Butel says the spinner belt was beautiful. I don't care what you say. And you get a like for that. Thumbs up, okay. Mike Jumbo Jet 1 says he killed it when describing the Jeff Hardy belt. I love what Tex did with that, because I called it, was it the Divas belt plus the Decepticon plus something stupid or whatever. That was a good one. So Mike Jumbo, you get a like too. Also, Grayman Media, he wants us to talk about the G1. I don't really feel qualified at this point to really get into it. Maybe in the future it's something we could do, or maybe in the future, you know, I don't know. It's something I'd have to be paying more attention to the current products than I am. Him and Tex kind of went back and forth about the Western States Heritage title. I think we have found the only Western States Heritage fan on the planet here, so Grayman, yeah. Also, going way back to our Tessa Blanchard video, somebody goes, I'm not going to go read the guy's name because I don't think he should be tarred with this forever. He goes, I can't get past her chin. Okay. All right, dude. I hope you and your husband are happy with that decision. I don't know what to say, you know. Yeah. Thank you for watching. That's really cool. Yeah. Maybe I'm being too mean to people, but whatever.
No, I don't read those, so I don't go to the YouTube. I love the videos. I like them. I heart punch that subscribe button as the voice says on there. And I guess that's Texas voice. I really don't know, because he does it really good, whoever's doing the voice for it. But, I just don't go and read the comments. I just learned early on to not do that. So, just from previous experience, because I'll get too hot and then I'm going to go on a big rant. And, someone actually the other day, speaking of rants, brought up my, serial killer rant that I killed it on the serial killer rant.
That was a good one.
That's way back when. Please, I've told Tex this before. I think if not, Tex, I got two things to say to you. Don't do a fucking YouTube video on my serial killer rant. But the other thing, Tex, save me a message or Jeremy a message. We were talking off there. We're going to have to get together and talk on the phone on a three-way soon so we can keep on amping up our YouTube channel, man. So anyway, just kind of wanted to put that out there if you're listening this week. And also all the listeners worldwide, okay? Once again, this is our 4th of July special. It probably doesn't sound that special, you know, to you. It is our freedom exercise, so we're exercising our freedom to just kick this worldwide bullshit and just kind of get some of these things out there and off the table with all the birthdays and our podcast and our YouTube channel, and just have a good time with it. So what I want to say, Jeremy, unless you got a whole lot more to wrap up with, I just want to say I hope everyone has no matter where you're at, it's going to be 4th of July at some point. Enjoy that fucking day, okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to try my best too. I know that. Anyway.
Yeah, see, what happens with me in the YouTube page, overall, our reactions are positive. Overall.
Good,
you know,
good.
we get a few negative ones, but, you know, that's okay too, because we're not for everybody. I mean, it's just like, you know, just what it is.
Yeah.
But some nights, I put on my Billy Jack Indian Joe hat, grab a couple beers, and then just to make myself feel a little crazy, I go through and read the negative comments, you know. Just to make myself feel like, you know, crescent kicking an old racist in Arizona in the head. And I go through those, and, you know, sometimes I come out of it feeling okay. I process my emotions, and other times I just dive in, and I have reactions like I had today where I drag your name out on the show and talk about you.
No, and here's the thing, guys. Just because I don't read them, please keep them coming. If you're listening to the show, look, you can do the hashtag BBBB on my Twitter feed, you know, to Bobby Blaze 744. I do listen. I do read those. I do interact on that. But if you're commenting on a Facebook and you're commenting on YouTube, that's great. I choose not to read those comments because I would be going on some really big bad rants, and I've got enough shit in my life to deal with that I could rant about. So I just kind of do not do that. But I encourage you to interact either Twitter, Facebook, any social media you have that you're using, Instagram, whatever that you like. But on the YouTube, please continue to comment. And Jeremy will read them to me. Also, where I'm not on Facebook, he's actually let me know a couple people have sent some really nice messages on there. Jeremy is being very professional because I don't want to hear, Bobby, you said this, you did that on Facebook. No, I didn't, because I'm not even fucking on there. So if you don't get a response back on Facebook, it's because I'm not there. But Jeremy's read some of your nice comments to me, and I appreciate that, folks. I really do. It's just that I choose Twitter as my social media outlet, and you know, and I'm like Jeremy when he said he got stuck in a rabbit hole for a while on YouTube. I've been on YouTube too. that's been probably 90% of my, what do you call it, television watching or viewing pleasure, I should say. I stream a lot of shit, and lately I've just been on YouTube just watching. I watch everything from wrestling. I listen to podcasts off of there. Mm-hmm. So I'm a big YouTube fan. So yeah, please continue to whatever your comments are, that's fine. Jeremy will vent on them one day, but yeah, I encourage you to, interact with the show, man.
Yeah. So. And to be fair, I know Jock's got a takedown of me coming up here pretty soon, so yeah. I'm digging in on the fans. I got to practice a little bit because I know I'm going to have to say something back. And Jock's,
you don't even know what he's going to say yet. You better be prepared for a rebuttal, man.
He's pretty good on a mic. I know he can let him fly on Twitter because he's kept it mostly to Twitter with me and shit talk. Yeah. But so I'm just, I'm warming up. I got to get ready. I don't know if I'm up to the challenge of, having a promo war with a fucking pro wrestler, but we're going to find out.
We'll find out.
We're going to find out.
Man. Yeah, let's see. Let's listen to what Jock has to say very soon, man. Yeah. And then you can be thinking about your rebuttal. So anyway, what else is going on, Jeremy? Anything for wrap things up here this week? I know it's a short episode. We just kind of want to we did this last 4th of July, and we did it this 4th of July. Just kind of get some things out there and have fun with. We hope you've enjoyed this episode. Man, we got it. This is episode 47, so there's 46 other episodes out there. You can go back and get any kind of a top 10 off several of those. You can visit the YouTube channel. You can interact with us on Twitter. So, hey, that's really all I've got to say this week, man. We just wanted to come on and make sure we got an episode up.
Yeah, because this is going to be one, we're in summer. There's going to be times where, I'm sure, Bobby, you got shows coming up that you got to consult on or go see and stuff. And I'm going to be, August, I'm going to be taking a week off and going out of state for a while. Yep. So, there's going to be times, and it's just, I feel like sometimes, and I think you would agree with me, sometimes we just need to do an episode without a top 10 list, because our top 10 list, a lot of work goes into the pre-production that you guys don't see. And one of the things we're talking about starting here pretty soon is a Patreon with two different levels. I think what we're going to do is a $1 and a $2, and we'll do stuff like have bonus episodes, early release. One of the other things I think we might do is I may just do a sound level, edit, and you can get the show with our pre-production meeting and everything, and then you can see what exactly goes into these episodes before we do them. Mm-hmm. There's going to be stuff like we'll have a Discord server that you can come in and like once a month with our $2 level people can just come in and bullshit with us on voice on Discord. So I'm hoping at the start of August, maybe mid-July, I'll have this ready to announce and ready to roll.
Cool. Sounds real good. I'm just going to kind of put this out there. This is not set in concrete. It's just been something that's happened. The last couple of shows I went to, I mentioned it to a couple guys around here. So I'm putting this out there to our listeners. I'm not getting paid for this. I don't even know if I'm going to be a part of it. I'm just kind of putting this out there. I've talked to several of the guys around here, Jeremy. I'm just going to be the first you heard of it. I'm going to throw it out there to Jock as well. I'm throwing it out to you. There's a couple of guys around here that we've been talking about. We're going to try to maybe go to several of the guys at the show had been out there to Cauliflower Alley in April of next year. Mm-hmm. May start saving for that. So I don't know if we want to I don't know how many of our listeners go to that. Please feel free to interact with me if you do, because I haven't been to one. This one coming up will be the 55th anniversary one in April, at this last week of April. I'm trying to get some people together, maybe have a couple people from this area go out with me or me with them. So if you're interested, if some of the fans are interested, love to meet you in person. If I don't already know you, but that may be something I do next year. I don't know, just kind of putting that out there for you. Just somewhere we can all meet at, and several of people, we do know each other. We do feel like we know each other off Twitter or whatever. And again, it's not set in concrete, but I may try to get to a Cauliflower Alley reunion next April. So I just kind of want to throw that out there.
I think that's a great idea.
So I can start saving and kind of get motivated to do it, I guess.
Yeah, no, I think that would be a great idea, because I know there's a handful of our regulars that I'm sure would go out of their way to make it to something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm thinking about doing, because the last two shows, I've met several people. people that I see, you know, monthly or every couple months. And one of them's a good friend of mine, David Stockwell, and he used to live in Vegas, and he went this year. And so we just kind of we started talking about it at the, I don't know, earlier this month or something. Then I talked to some of the guys that work for FTC, and we talked about the other evening. And I just want to kind of throw it out there to our fans today that I know several of our fans that do go, that maybe you and I could meet out there in Vegas, and hang out. So
that would be
just
idea.
An idea. Yeah. So anyway, happy 4th of July to you, Jeremy.
Oh,
and
thank you.
This sparkler is burning my ass, man. I'm going to have to either take it out or reload or something. I don't know.
Yeah, well, don't let them burn all the way down to the butt, so to speak.
Yeah.
No. Oh, man. So I gotta share a quick story. Bobby, I've had a rough 14 or 15 months. There's been a lot of shit that's gone tits up on me. And over a period of 3 months, I lost about 40 pounds because I just wasn't eating, right? Mm-hmm. So yesterday I walk into my favorite watering hole. It's, right here in Modesto, called the Twisted Pig. Big shout out to everybody there. I don't know if anybody from there listens, but if you do, so I walk in and my buddy Corey's sitting there, and he looks at me and he kind of side eyes me a little bit. Now Corey's a gay man. I'm not going to point him out or anything, but this is why it matters, because I'm like, what? He goes, you're gaining weight, aren't you? I'm like, dude, not fucking cool. So I felt very conscious about it afterwards. I'm like, that's not okay, man. Don't just tell somebody when they walk in the room they look fat. That's not all right.
Yeah.
Look, you're not my type. It shouldn't matter to me, but it hurts my feelings a little bit,
Yeah.
So, apparently I'm getting a little more content with life again because I'm eating, apparently. And,
okay. Well, eat some hot dogs, eat some hamburgers, drink a bunch of beer, and have a fucking happy, safe 4th of July. How's that?
That sounds fantastic. We are actually, me and my kid and my new grandbaby are headed over to my mom's for dinner tonight. Should be good.
Right on.
It should be fun. Bobby, I hope, I'm sure you and I will talk off air between now and 4th of July, but if not, have a happy 4th of July.
Yep, thank you.
Yeah, for all our fellow Americans out there, happy Independence Day, happy 4th of July. For Americans overseas in war zones, please be safe. That would be a hell of a bad day for something like that to happen. So, please do what you can to stay safe wherever you are in the world.
Yes.
That goes for all of you, even the YouTube commenters I just tore into. I hope you guys all have a great 4th of July. For our non-American fans, well, happy Thursday.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Bobby, that's about it for me. How about you?
That's it, man. Like you said. You said it all.
Well, everybody, for myself, Professor Jeremy Vilmur, and the star of the show, Bobby Blaze. Bye-bye, everybody. Sorry about the false finish there, everybody. Shortly after we recorded this episode, I received a link via text from Jock Sampson, or Jake Simpson. I don't know. I'm not real clear on the guy's name. Anyhow, he recorded a little promo about the show. I'm going to play that for you now. And Jock, I'll get back to you next week.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the king of the one-night stands, Jock Sampson. I'm sure you're asking yourself, hey, what does it mean when you call yourself the king of the one-night stands? That is because there is nobody in the history of pro wrestling that can hit it and quit it like Jock Sampson. Now, Bobby Blaze, I just want to say thank you for the kind words about putting me on the honorable mention list on your wonderful podcast. If there was one podcast I could listen to just before I die, and it would be B squared with Bobby Blaze. But Bobby Blaze, granted, as honored as I am, I think you're a sack of shit from Ashland, Kentucky. One of the worst cities I've ever been in. The only reason Ashland, Kentucky's still alive is because of Narcan. And when you hit me, it felt like you had a roll of quarters in your hand. You still got a great punch. But Bobby, when you hit me, were you happy to see me? Do I owe you trans? And then you got your co-host, the guy who I'm really pissed off about, Professor. For one, let me get this straight. You call yourself the Professor, and there's only one Professor in pro wrestling. And Bobby Blaze will tell you, his last name was Malenko. As I said, I've been taking flights out to California looking for you. I've been hit all the crappy places, but I realized that to look for a guy like you, I got to go to the coffee shops. I got to go places where cowards who sit behind a computer screen hide. And I just realized You're never going to be found because you're a coward. Nothing says I am good at being coward like hiding. You can hide very well. How about this, Professor? Why don't you get on a plane? Why don't you get on a plane and fly to Ashland, Kentucky, the Narcan capital of the world? And I will meet you there because I want you to say the things that you say about me to my face. And then I'm going to treat you like a man. So Bobby Blaze, Professor, Ashland, Kentucky, the BBBBB podcast, y'all can kiss my ass. Jock Sampson is gone.